What's up, everybody? This is Ellis Burks with the Truth Project. Today, y'all, I want to really talk about, again, as we've talked before, about how important it is for us to really know our history. And when I say us knowing our history, I'm really talking much more about us really going back and revisiting some of the things that, especially stuff that we were taught in school and all that stuff like that. One of the things I want to touch on today and sort of give a comparison is even dealing with Abraham Lincoln. You know, and we were talking about Abraham Lincoln signing the Emancipation Proclamation, and we all know he did that, and we all know that that was a monumental step for black people, and some people even feel a monumental step for America. But one of the things that they don't talk about is all of the different things that was taking place after he signed that, the Emancipation. One of the things that happened in 1865 is we're talking about Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln got killed. He was shot, and everybody knew he was killed. And then the vice president, who was Andrew Johnson, he became president. The one thing I want you to understand about Andrew Johnson is Andrew Johnson was a Confederate sympathizer, and I also believe that he was a Klansman at heart. And what he began to do immediately is, first thing that happened was the Klan felt very comfortable coming out in the open, you know, and letting everybody know this is who we are, because they had a friend in the White House, and Andrew Johnson was their guy, and then he began the process of rolling back every protection that Abraham Lincoln had put in for black people. The first thing that Andrew Johnson did that I really want to point out is that he ratified the 13th Amendment. And what the 13th Amendment really said, which I'm sure a lot of y'all already know, it really said that black people are free, but they're only free until they have a criminal record. And nobody benefited from that much more than the white Confederate soldiers, because Andrew Johnson also pardoned each and every one of them. Not only did he pardon them, he absolutely deputized them. He gave them the authority to carry out the 13th Amendment. So here you have the people who rose up against the United States being pardoned, and then they were able to go back to the South, to wherever they came from, and begin to round up all of these black men, all of these people who thought that they were free and probably had a taste of freedom for about a year or two. He began to round them up, throw them in jail. Those same people that left the plantation as a free man was taken back during harvest to continue working for free. I don't think we really know how much money was being made off of King Cotton. And when I say how much was making, you have to understand that they were probably selling 250 million pounds of this stuff to all over the world. And so you understand, at the height of it, they had 4 million black people that was here working for free. So white Southerners was really making an absolute killing off of these black people. And the fact that a man would come in and say that they're free, they wasn't going to have it. So these are the steps that Andrew Johnson really took to make sure that even though it was on the books that we were free, we were not really free. We were still picking cotton, and they were still making big money on the backs of black men. When you see what Johnson did when it comes to deputizing these guys, now you're starting to see where the police and the militia really came from. Because once they were deputized, especially in the South, once they were deputized, they were the police, and they were there to make sure that black people worked for free. They snatched them up, they put them in jail for whatever reason, chumped up charges. There was no system to really deal with fair play, and as a result of that, slavery really carried on, and a lot of people really struggled. One thing that really rose up that I want to put emphasis on is Jim Crow. Because of the steps that Johnson did, Jim Crow jumped up real strong. Jim Crow, I mean, even when it came to voting, they had the right to snatch you, hang you. What we're not talking about is all of the things that took place, and atrocities that took place against black people through Andrew Johnson. Well, black people shouldn't talk as much about Abraham Lincoln as we talk about Andrew Johnson, because even though Abraham Lincoln might have been trying to do something just, you understand, Andrew Johnson was doing so much more unjust to us that regardless of how we think we might have benefited, our kids really did not benefit from what Abraham Lincoln did. What they did was they lost everything based on what Andrew Johnson did. So, and then I want to go all the way back up to today. once we did get a black president in office, let's just go with Obama, when he did get in office, and he really did try to do things for black people the first 2 years because he had the Congress. And what he was able to do was Obamacare. And a lot of people, and even put our kids on our insurance. He made sure that we had insurance for our families. When people talk about abortion, especially in the church, I want you to understand that what Obama was doing when he put in health care, he was really helping a whole lot of black women, because black women are the ones who do struggle through childbirth. And so now they have insurance to really even assist with that, and assist with them having that childbirth. So he really put that in. When Trump got in office, what black people are really saying, especially black men, is we make money while Trump is in office. You're not making money while Trump is in office. The people that you really care about, the people that you really love, your kids, your wife, the people that's just to come behind you, they're losing because Trump is in office, because Trump is rolling back every benefit that was put in place by Obama, which is the same thing that took place back there during Abraham Lincoln. They had Johnson to come back to roll back everything. You guys got to be able to see this because of those kinds of sleeplessness. Once we celebrate something happened, we celebrate Obama being in office, and next thing you know, the next 2 years we don't vote, and all of the things that he tried to do he's unable to do. Now Trump rolled back a whole lot of stuff that Obama did, but he didn't really get it done because he only had 4 years. But what we got right now in Georgia is we're giving them the Senate, and what the Senate is going to make sure that happens is all of the stuff that Trump rolled back, they're going to make sure that those things aren't given back to us. They're not given back to science. They're not given back to black people. Because what the Senate is going to do, if they win this election in Georgia, if they get these 2 senators to get in, what they're going to do is make certain that whatever Biden wants to do and Kamala Harris wants to do is not being done. So black folks, what I'm saying is we celebrate every time something we take a step forward. Stop celebrating so much. There's still work to be done. We got to keep working. We got to go out. We got to vote. We got to make sure that we're voting every election. I want black people to understand that if they have an election for a dog catcher, we got to vote in that election, because it's going to make a difference in whether our dogs are euthanized or taken care of. I know that sounds like some kind of joke in this whole thing, but it's just that serious. Every election is very important to us, and because we go back and sleep and kick our feet back or celebrate so much, we end up giving them back. You know what I'm saying? The gain that we've made. So let's not do that this time. Let's really get out there and vote. Let's really make a difference. And more important than that, folks, let's make sure that we use our vote, and let's also make sure that we pray. Because when black people go through what we went through, I think that one of the reasons that we're here where we are today is because of the Lord, because of the things that he's done for us. So I believe that the only way that you can pray effectively is to know the truth. The only way you can pray effectively about your life moving forward is to know the truth about what happened in the past. The only way that you can pray effectively to the Lord is to really know the truth. So folks, this is a Truth Project, Ellis Burks. I hope there's something out there that you can gain, that'll motivate you to learn more about your history, a little more about your past, a little more about the Lord. All right? Ellis Burks, y'all. Peace out.